Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. Today I'm doing a get ready with me, which I've been meaning to film for a while, but doing it with a little bit of a twist. I have compiled so many products that have gone viral on TikTok, and I honestly feel like most people's makeup collection now is literally just like TikTok viral products. I fall for it every single time I see a video of someone testing it, and I'm like, oh my god, I need it, and then I buy it and it's never looks as good on me. So thought I would put together this video to show you what I think is worth getting and what I think isn't worth getting. But yeah, let's just get into testing some of these products. So I'm gonna start with obviously a base. I do actually have some moisturizer on my skin, but no like primer or anything. So I am going to start with the one thing that I think has probably gone the most viral, that I've seen anyway. The Weleda Skin Food Original Ultra Rich Cream. Now, I was very nervous to try this because if anyone's watched my videos for a while, you'll know that I have had so much trouble with my skin. At the moment, it's like perfectly clear, thank god. But literally a year ago, like I had the worst breakouts ever because I came off the pill, didn't realize I had PCOS, and from there it was just like a downward spiral. It took me a long time to get it under control, so I'm always really cautious about trying new like skincare products, especially moisturizers, because I find that some of them break me out so badly, especially anything with like SPF in. I can't use it, like it just doesn't work for me. So I was nervous to try this because when I got it I was like, oh my gosh, this formula is so thick. So this is the original one. They do actually do a light one now, but this is the formula. If you can see that, it's very thick. Like it's not like a light moisturizer by any means. So I just use a small little bit. It has not broken me out. It is the one moisturizer I can use that actually doesn't break me out, and it's strange because I've seen some people saying that it does break them out. I really do think it just depends on your skin, and I do really enjoy using it. I think when I get it again, because this has literally lasted me like a year, like I've had it for so long, but when I do get it again, I think I am going to get the light one just because it is a bit thick. Like for everyday use, I definitely don't use this every day. I only really use it when I'm wearing makeup because I feel like it does act as a pretty good primer because it's so thick that I feel like things just stick to it. But yeah, this is the moisturizer. So I feel like it just gives me like a fairly like healthy kind of glow. This I would recommend. I think it's really nice. I got these huge clips from Amazon because I bought some rollers from Primark. Safe to say I cannot use rollers because they don't work, but they are actually quite good at keeping your hair back. So okay, moving on to the next product. Now you're gonna have to bear with me because I have not fake tanned for a very long time, so none of these shades really match me, but it's fine. The Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Now I have a lot to say about this product because I bought this probably a little bit before it went viral on TikTok, kind of when it first came out. My sister absolutely loves this. She was the one that recommended it to me. Mine is in the shade 5, which is tan. Like I say, this is way too dark for me, but if you wear it under foundation, it's fine. I am not a fan of this. I really am not a fan of it. I don't feel like it does anything for me, to be honest. For the price and how expensive this is, I think I was literally expecting it to be like a filter. You can literally see this shade, like it does not match, but it's fine, we're gonna blend it. Also, considering you're paying so much money for this, I feel like the packaging is so cheap. Like this is the front of it, everything has like rubbed off of it, like the shade, the name, the logo, everything. And I think most people experience that, and also that didn't happen like over time. It literally rubbed off in like a month. So for Charlotte Tilbury, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really the most impressed. I don't know if you can see, but for me, it just doesn't do anything that amazing. I'm like, I don't really see the point in it. I normally wear it under foundation for like a bit of an extra glow, I suppose, kind of like a glow from within. But yeah, I personally don't see the hype. I don't get it. Also, I find that this does break me out. I feel like when I wear this, I normally get like a couple of spots the following day, and I do feel like it is this because it seems to only be when I wear this product, and I have seen quite a few other people say that actually. But yeah, for me, I just don't love it. Like I don't really feel like it does anything amazing, and I feel like when you're paying that kind of price, like Charlotte Tilbury price, you want it to be like incredible, and for me it's just really average. So not for me. I actually prefer, L'Oreal do a very similar one. It's called, oh, I'll put it on screen. That one is like £10. Love it. I used to wear it all the time. I actually am going to rebuy it because it's so good. Flawless filter for me was a bit of a letdown, I can't lie. Okay, next up we're going to do foundation. Now I have 2 different foundations, but I'm only going to use one because one of them just isn't my shade at all. So the Beautiful Skin foundation by Charlotte Tilbury. Now, again, this went so viral when it first came out, and I actually do really like this. I think that this is really nice. I think it's a really nice formula. Gives me like a really good amount of coverage. Mine's in the shade 7 Warm, so this is like when I'm like tanned. Like, I can't wear this today. But I do actually really like this. I think it's really nice, and I also think that the packaging on this just feels so much more expensive. It's more luxurious. I love the pump. But I'm actually going to talk to you about a drugstore foundation. So this also went very viral when it first came out. I think this was kind of like the first brand that did this. Since this came out, there has been a few others. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum. Now, I loved the idea of this because it's basically like skincare, but gives you coverage. It's like skincare mixed with foundation. And like I say, I'm really trying to like just work on my skin and just, you know, choose the right products. However, I also feel like this breaks me out a little bit, like just like a little bit. Not as bad as the Flawless filter, but I think because it's quite oily almost, it feels a bit oily, and obviously if you have oily skin then it's just going to add to that. But I do still wear it because I just love the way it looks. So I love the True Match foundation anyway, but I've really been kind of getting into the no makeup look, so I really have been trying to just like do it a bit more natural. So I don't really love this little pipette thing. It's actually kind of annoying to use, but we'll go with it. So this is still, to be honest, a little bit too dark for me, but we're gonna go with that. This blends out so easily and so quickly. I always use this when I'm going to work because it genuinely takes like no time to blend. And I just feel like it makes your skin look so healthy. And it really does like, just like plump it. It just makes you feel, I feel like it makes you look a bit younger. So that is it completely blended out. You can build the coverage on this as well. I know that Maybelline have brought one out actually, and I really want to try that because people seem to love that one as well. But the L'Oreal one, really recommend. I think it's really nice. Okay, I've just done my concealer off screen because I don't actually have like a TikTok viral product for that. Although I do want to try the Holly Boone one. So if anyone's tried that, let me know. I think it's like, is it HMB Cosmetics? That one looks really good. So I'm going to move on to a bronzer. Now, I feel like everyone's going to know what this is. The BFF Pink Honey Bronzing Face Frosting. Firstly, I love the packaging. Like, if I could have everything in my makeup collection look like this, I'd be really happy because this is so pretty. So this is in the shade Cookie Butter. Now, one thing I instantly noticed about this is just like how much product you get. There's 40 grams in here, and I just honestly don't know when I'm going to use this up. Like, I use this whenever I wear makeup and it just still like doesn't seem to go down. Now this I can really get behind. I have never been a fan of cream bronzer really. Like, I've always used powder, but there's something about this that just, it blends so like seamlessly. It's so smooth. I feel like a lot of like bronzers in the past, like cream bronzers, were quite like patchy and hard to like blend in, whereas this is really nice. It's also warm, it's not cool, like it doesn't make you look like you're dead, like a graveyard. I feel like so many bronzers just make me look dead, like literally like I'm like in a graveyard, do you know what I mean? Whereas this, I feel like is just so beautiful. So I literally use the same brush for everything. It's actually probably not okay. This is a Zoeva makeup brush, by the way, this 102 Silk Finish. If anyone remembers, this was Zoella's favorite brush back in the day. I literally just get like the smallest amount of product because this is quite like, it goes quite a long way. So what I do is I basically just like dot it like this where I want it, and then I just really like slowly and gradually work this in. My mirror's over here, by the way, which is why I'm looking over here. You know, sometimes foundations and bronzers, they kind of like dry, so then you have no time to work them in. This does not do that, so it gives you like plenty of time to actually work it in. And it's also really affordable. I can't remember how much this was, but I feel like it was like £12, which is really not bad. In comparison, you have like the Chanel doll, I can't remember what it's called, but you know, the Chanel one that people love. That one is literally like £40. And I can't bring myself to do it, I'll be honest. I feel like makeup just does not need to cost you tons of money these days. Makeup is just so much more affordable now, which I think is really, really nice. I mean, when I was younger, it was very much like that. Like when I was in school, it was all like Maybelline. Like it was, no one used to get high-end makeup. Whereas now I feel like it is a bit more like, I don't know, people like to get like more expensive stuff, but you can honestly get some seriously amazing stuff just for not loads of money. Blend, 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 blend. Do you see what I mean? I just think it looks so natural. Like you can't really tell, like it's not like a really strong contour, which is I'm not really like the biggest fan of on myself, but it just gives you like a natural kind of like healthy glowy kind of look, and I just love it. I'm here for it. Obsessed. Also, I actually quite like using that on my eyes sometimes as well as like a bronzer if I don't want to put eyeshadow on. Moving on. Okay, my favorite part, blusher. I love blusher. I could literally just put it everywhere. I just love it. I think it really like makes you, it just like brings you back to life. I'm gonna talk about two. Now, this isn't really a blush, but I don't really know what this is. It's kind of like called a high blush. So basically like highlighter, but also like a blush. But this is gonna be controversial because I know people love these. Like people absolutely love these. I hate them. Like that's not even being an exaggeration. I hate this product so much. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Glowgasm Beauty Light Wand. Mine's in the shade Peachgasm. Beautiful packaging, but I do not like the applicator. I think this is so unhygienic and just like disgusting. Look how dirty that is. I feel like it wastes a lot of the product because you twist it, but you obviously can't use it all in one go. So then it just sits there and dries up. And yeah, it's just, it just doesn't work. I don't feel like it just works on my skin. I feel like it sits really weird on top of makeup as well. I'm just not a fan of this. I would save your money on this because these, again, Charlotte Tilbury, expensive. Not worth it. That was dramatic. I didn't need to throw it. But Made by Mitchell blushes. Oh my god. Okay. I thought that I would not like this because I got it and I was like, what the hell? Like that is the brightest color blush I've ever seen in my life. And I never used to be a blush person. Like I would wear it, but it would be kind of like a very like peachy color or like a nudie color. It would never be like a pink like this. I love this so much. I use it every single day. Like it is just incredible. Again, I feel like this is gonna last me ages. It wasn't expensive. I think it was like £8 on TikTok Shop. Again, get everything from TikTok Shop because I feel like that 100% has the best deals. Love the packaging as well. Beautiful. So what I do with this, mine is in the shade Sweet Cheeks, which is this really, really bright pink. I got this shade because I saw Jordan Lipscomb use it and it looked really, really good on her. But when it came, I was like, that is bright. But what I do is I just put like some dots on my cheeks like that. And I build it up because don't just go in and like swipe, because I'm telling you right now, you don't understand how much like pigment is in this until you've been using it a while. Like even I still like make the mistake of just putting way too much on. Again, I'm using the same brush, but look at this. Do you see the pigment? And also just how easily that blends out. Look at this. I just feel like I'm instantly like back to life. Like I look healthy again. So yeah, highly recommend these. I actually only have this shade. I do want to get more. So let me know what some of your favorite shades are. I know that they do like weird ones. Like they do like green, orange. I don't know if I can get down with that. But they're like pinky, nude, peachy ones. Love. Okay, to finish off the face, I'm going to go in with a powder. Now this powder went viral on TikTok. Everyone was talking about it. People were using it as like foundation because it is meant to be like a powder foundation. I think I saw Nikki Tutorials use this and I'm pretty sure she loved it. Or maybe it was Michaela. Fun fact. Oh my god, I need to tell you this story. So, you know Michaela on TikTok? Like, you know, fun accent Michaela. I interviewed her. So I'm a journalist, if you don't know. I interviewed Michaela in 2020 around like June time, before she was huge on TikTok. I think she had like 3,000 followers maybe on TikTok at that time. And I interviewed her for a story because we were doing a story on like acne and like the best kind of makeup tips for covering it up. and I interviewed her, spoke to her on the phone. I can't say she was the warmest person in the world. She definitely wasn't rude, but I think it might just, you know, some people just naturally aren't like really chatty and really like talkative. Like I'm quite like if you meet me, I'm very like social, like I'm quite like a chatty person. She wasn't really like that, but she also wasn't rude or anything. She just didn't really seem to like, I don't know how to explain it, but I interviewed her, spoke to her on the phone, have her phone number, and that was like before she went absolutely viral, and now she's like taken over the makeup world. But yeah, I had to tell you that story because I think that's quite crazy. Anyway, this is the powder that I'm talking about. It's the Maybelline Superstay up to 24-hour powder foundation. It's like a hybrid, so you can use it as a powder, you can use it as a foundation, whatever you want. I use it just as a powder, but I love taking this on a night out with me because it does have coverage. So, you know, throughout a night when you get a bit like shiny, or I don't know, your makeup kind of wears off, you can literally just dab this on and blemish gone. It just like, it honestly works really, really nicely. So I personally do not think that this is as good as people made out in terms of a foundation. Let me just show you it under my eye. So that's it under my eye. So you can see the difference. Obviously it just kind of adds like, it's almost like a bit of a filter underneath your eye. It just completely smooths it out, and I think it's so good for that. But I don't think that it's amazing as a foundation, but that might just be because I'm not a powder foundation girl. Like it just doesn't suit my skin. I feel like it just looks quite heavy. So what I do with this is I just take a really little bit on my, this is a Laura Mercier puff, which is disgusting, I know, and I just like put some under my eyes, a little bit on my chin, and then just kind of like my T-zone. So like just around here. I actually use quite a lot on my forehead because I get an oily forehead. Do you know what's so weird? When I came off the pill, well, when I was on the pill, I had the driest skin ever. As soon as I came off the pill, oily skin, like just out of nowhere. It was quite hard to get my head around. But yeah, just like that. Like how nice does that look? It just honestly gives you like, it's like a little boost of coverage. It gives you a little bit of coverage, but it also just like completely smooths everything out, and I just love it. And also it actually does come with a little sponge and a mirror, so like I say, perfect to just like put in your bag, take on a night out. And I think this was like £10, like it was so cheap. But okay, right, we're done with the base finally. I normally set my base before I do the rest of my face, which I don't know if that's weird, but that's what I do. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Party all night, stay all day. Love it. I got this for Christmas maybe like 2 years ago. I think I got it before it went like viral on TikTok. So it's obviously meant to like give you a bit of an airbrush. I really, really like this, but I would not repurchase purely for the fact that it's so expensive. And I don't feel like it does anything that incredible that I can't just use another setting spray. Like I don't feel like it makes my skin like really, really flawless. Like it's pretty, but I don't really feel like it adds anything. It literally just sets it, or I think it does. Like I don't even know if it sets it. Like, do setting sprays even work? I just put it on because it makes me feel like I finished my face. I just love that feeling. I just love it. REFY. Let's talk about REFY. I do not think that this is good. It doesn't, I can't. This leaves the most disgusting residue on my eyebrows that literally like falls off. Like when I put it on around my eyebrows, you can see like white, it almost looks like dry skin like peeling around it, and it does not set my eyebrows in place. It just doesn't. Like I'll put a little bit on for you so you can see. I like the design of it. I like the fact that you've obviously got the product in here and then you put it back on, pull it out, and you have like the actual brush. Also, I just want to say that I have used this when I have no makeup on as well, and it's exactly the same. Like it doesn't make a difference, because when I first started using this, I tried to do it without makeup and then I tried it with, and either way I got the residue, so it just didn't work for me, you know. So what I normally do is I like run it through my eyebrows like that. I'm just gonna leave it for like 2 minutes so it gets like really, really tacky. I also just feel like product on top of this doesn't go on nicely after. Now I'm just gonna brush through And I don't know if it's just because I don't really have good eyebrows. Like, my eyebrow hairs are very kind of sparse. But to me, this really just doesn't do a lot. Like, it doesn't. I feel like it maybe shapes them temporarily, but it does not last. Like, it doesn't last on me. And then also I feel like when I put product on top of this, it makes it go a bit weird, because it's like trying to sit on top of whatever this weird like glue is. I don't like this at all. I really wouldn't recommend this. I can't remember what this is called. It's like the REFY 3-step brow. I do like the pencil that comes with it, but that ran out so fast, like, compared to this. Not for me. Okay, so the third step, the actual gel product. So again, this is REFY. I do like this gel. I think that this is really nice. I used to love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, but my biggest problem with that was that it would just completely dry up like within a month of opening it, and I would just like never get to use it. I like this because it doesn't dry up like at all. It stays in its original formula. Really like that. I do not like the brush on this because it is just far too thick. Like, can you see how thick that brush is? It's not good for like defining strokes. So I only use like the pomade section, and I get my own little brush. I like this gel. I can't talk while doing my eyebrows, so I'm just gonna have to do one and then you can see what it looks like. Okay, so that is one eyebrow done. I'm not the best at doing my eyebrows. It's the one thing that I will always struggle with, but I just really like, I feel like the formula is good. I feel like it goes on really well. Yeah, for like a gel product, I feel like it's really nice. Okay, these are the eyebrows done. So yeah, I feel like I like this, but I don't, would I repurchase? I mean, maybe. It's not like an amazing product that I find like really easy to use or anything. It's just quite a nice formula, but I do feel like I would try other products, so I don't know if I would repurchase. Okay, next up I'm going to talk about another brow product. So this is by Benefit, who I feel like are the original OG brow people. Like, they were the ones that kind of, you know, created the whole range of products for your brows. So this is the 24-hour brow setter, and this has been out for a very, very long time, but I feel like it's only really became popular in like the last year because people have been talking about it on TikTok. It's basically like a setting gel, so you just like run it through your eyebrows, which, like I said, I don't really have a lot of hair, so for me this kind of doesn't really do a lot. But yeah, personally I wouldn't rebuy this purely because I don't feel like it does much for me. Like, I suppose it's a nice product, it's not sticky, it doesn't kind of come off on your eyebrows, like it doesn't ruin your makeup or anything like that, but I just don't feel like it does a huge deal, so I wouldn't personally repurchase. But if you have like a lot of brow hairs, I think it could be really nice. Okay, I'm gonna do my eyes, but I don't actually have like an eyeshadow kind of thing, so I'm gonna use my Modern Renaissance palette, which, oh, does anyone even use this anymore? I literally have this from like 8 years ago. Probably shouldn't still use it, but I do. So I'm gonna quickly put something on my eyelids and then I'll be back with the mascara. Okay, I'm back. I've just done just like a little kind of like warm eye look, nothing major. And I have just curled my eyelashes because I always curl my eyelashes, like no matter what mascara I use, so that's why I did it. Now again, I feel like this mascara has been around for quite a while, but I feel like people have only really just picked up on it. So it's the Benefit Bad Gal Bang Mascara, which yeah, I got this a long time ago, to be honest. It's been around for quite a while. I think it's maybe like £18, so it's, you know, it's not like really expensive, but it's definitely not like as cheap as like a Maybelline one. My all-time favorite mascara is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. That mascara is just always amazing. It never fails me, like, ever. Love the wand. I really, really like the wand of this. It's so thin, so it's really good for like getting into like the inner corners, especially like your bottom lashes. But okay, I'm just gonna apply it. I'm just gonna apply it and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so this is one coat of mascara compared to this eye. This is just one coat. I don't have very long eyelashes, so yeah, I struggle with mascaras, to be honest, like in terms of lengthening. I feel like with the wand of this one, it's kind of more aimed at like separating than like length. I'm gonna go in with the second layer so you can see that. I like the way it looks right now. but my issue comes like a few hours later. So I find that it like crumbles off of my eye and it kind of like falls around here literally like an hour or two later, or sometimes it'll leave an imprint up here. That's like my only issue with it. Otherwise I think I would like it, but I do think that there's better mascaras out there. Like I don't think it's the best mascara in the world, especially if you don't have very long eyelashes naturally anyway. I think the Maybelline Lash Sensational is just so much better. I much prefer it. I do like this one, I do, but I probably wouldn't repurchase just because I personally think the Maybelline Lash Sensation is like the best mascara ever. I've never found one better, and I've used Dior mascara, I've used MAC mascara, and it's just not as good as my trusty little Maybelline Lash Sensational. So yeah, it's not bad, but it's not the best one I've ever tried. Okay, we're finally at the last step. I feel like I've been filming for honestly like a lifetime. This is one of my favorite products to have come from the whole TikTok thing. This is the Maybelline Superstay Vinyl Ink lipstick, lip gloss. This is a bit of a hybrid. So it's like a liquid lipstick, and it's supposed to go onto your lips, and it's supposed to look glossy but stay glossy and like be transfer proof, and it's just supposed to basically not come off your lips. So let me just show you what it looks like. I have the shade Cheeky, which is 35. I think this is the most popular one. Okay, this is it on my lips. I truly love this product so much. So what I will say is I don't feel like it looks like really glossy on your lips or anything. Like it definitely does a bit, but I do feel like it kind of mattes down a bit. Like it doesn't stay like looking really glossy or anything. This shade as well I really like. I feel like it's kind of like a nudie, it's quite like a cool toned pink I would say, but I don't feel like you need lip liner with it. I feel like it's so easy to apply. The applicator is so nice. It's like £10.99 as well, so it's very affordable. So many different colors. It is a little bit drying, like even though it's supposed to be like a glossy kind of look, it is quite drying on the lips. I think because it is like a Superstay one, so it does kind of like feel really dry almost. But I do have a bone to pick with TikTokers, okay? So every single TikTok I saw was like, this does not come off. Like it was people literally scrubbing their lips and it not coming off. That is not true. It does last a really long time. Like I can go on a night out and it still look somewhat good by the end of the night. But I'm gonna kiss the back of my hand so you can see, and I have let it dry for like a few minutes. That's what comes off. Okay, so you do still get some transfer. It's not like completely transfer proof like everyone has been saying, but it still does last a lot longer than any other kind of like lipstick that I've tried. I don't know, I feel like, you know, you need to be careful on TikTok because people will just like try and make products go viral so that their video goes viral, and it's not always honest and true. But yeah, I mean, I do love it and I would 100% repurchase. In fact, I thought I lost it and I was so upset because I wear this every single day just because it is the only lipstick I have that lasts, and I also love the shade. But yeah, I want to get more shades, so let me know if you have any shades of this and what one's your favorite. Okay, so that is my full face of makeup done. I honestly love the way that this has turned out. I have to say, I feel like this actually looks really nice. Also, I had my hair cut the other day, so I've got these little pieces in the front and I don't really know how to style them, but that's kind of what the rollers were for. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was honestly so much fun to film. I actually could probably do another one because I feel like I have so many products from TikTok. So let me know if you enjoyed it and if you would want to see another one. Like I said at the beginning, if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.